Hey everybody, welcome back to When Harry Met Board Games, where we feed our people with relatable content and our victory condition is your satisfaction. I am Harry, and today we have another episode of Special Delivery, where I will be unboxing the latest goodies that came for me in the mail. And what do we have here in this box? Oh, got my knife over here. Let's find out what we have inside of this one here, courtesy of Amazon Prime. All right, get this open here, and here we go. All righty, here we have Railroad Revolution by What's Your Game, designed by Marco Canetta and Stefania Nicolini. I am in a train theme craze as of late, and I'm just really have an affinity for these games right now. And this is the first one that I bought. This is not an 18xx game as the games that I mentioned on my Monday Metagaming. This is a worker placement game. The back says here, America in the 19th century. By passing the Pacific Railroad Acts through Congress, the U.S. government opened up the interior of the continent to a number of railroad companies. The race was on to cross the Great Plains and the Continental Divide and create a truly united States of America. So basically, everybody's the head of a small railroad company, and you're competing to expand your rail network, and you're building train stations and connecting them. And all of this is done through some sort of worker placement mechanism. This is a 45 to 90 minute game from 2 to 4 players, and the recommended age is 12 and older. Very much looking forward to this game. I've heard good things about it. In particular, Radu from Radu Runs Through has good things to say about this game. So yeah, that's what we have here for starters. Let's see what's next. And here we have plenty of boxes to open up with you guys. First, this one here, which is actually something I bought on BGG, the geek market on Board Game Geek, from a user there. It was a game that was currently out of print. I had just missed it. There was a copy on Amazon, but it was like the last one, and I had to get this through the BGG market, but I got it at a really good price, so I'm not complaining. So let's open this up here. This is a used copy, but I believe the user says they only played it one time. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And it's keeping with the train theme we've got going here, and it's Chicago Express. So this is from Queen Games. This is part of the Winsome line of train games, which is kind of like an intermediate step between like real light train games and the heavier 18xx games. And I've mentioned in a previous video, in a previous Monday Metagaming, how I'm curious and interested about exploring the world of 18xx. And this is one of the games that I got in order to work on that. So look at the back here. Looks neat. I'm very curious and interested in playing this right here. So there's Chicago Express. Let's see what we have here. Priority mail. How can we open this up? Here in the corner. Here on this corner. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. Alright, and I've got this right here. Golf Mobile and Ohio from Rio Grande Games. Again, another train game. This is again one of those games in that line of lighter, intermediate games, train games with a stock market feel to them. Let's see here. This plays from 3 to 5 players, 60 minutes only. Your typical 18xx game, from what I hear, can go anywhere from like 4 to 8 hours. This is a 60-minute game. Chicago Express, I didn't check that out earlier, but according to the back here, it's also a 60-minute game. So this sounds like a great range of length. You know, I don't want to just, you know, remember I do most of my gaming with casual gamers. So just to throw them into like the mix of an 18xx game and for 4 or 5 hours can be pretty daunting task. Then we have another box right here. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we have Kansas Pacific. Yet another train game from Queen Games, and the Iron Horse collection in particular, number 3 for this one. And this again is you know, one of those Winsome line of games. I believe this is from the Winsome line. And this one's a little bit longer here. It's 120 minutes. It's a 2-hour game. It takes up to 6 players as opposed to 5. So that's interesting. For whatever reason, the age here is 12 and some of these others are 14, but you know, whatever. So again, this is for when we continue to explore this world. I might have gone overboard here buying all of these games, perhaps. I might have an issue here, especially if I play the first one and I hate it. Time will tell. And then we've got German Railways, also from Queen Games, and this is the number 1 on the Iron Horse collection. Chicago Express doesn't say that there. So this is number 1 on the Iron Horse collection here. This here is also from 3 to 5. This is another one that's for the 60-minute range. And yeah, so that is pretty much it from all these games. Yep, Winsome Games right there. That says Winsome right there. Under license from Winsome. This one here says Green Games. It doesn't say the Winsome. I'm wondering if this is from the Winsome line. And this one here is from the Winsome. So at least 3 of these 4 are from the Winsome line. Not too sure about the Chicago Express. But again, you know, I am curious. You know, the 18xx games, a lot of them are out of print and are much more expensive too. So that's a big investment, not only time-wise, the length of the gameplay, but also monetarily speaking, for a game that I may end up not liking at all. So we'll see. I might have spent just as much money in all of these, but I don't know. I got excited, I got motivated, and I just decided to do that. I'm really feeling the train theme so far. You know, I also showed off Railroad Revolution, so let's see what else we have for this board game haul. And this is the final box for this edition of Special Delivery Board Game Haul. So let's see what's inside this box. Perhaps you guys have already sensed a theme and might have some ideas as to what might be in here. Let's see if this disappoints. And we've got Coal Baron, designed by Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling. 2 to 4 players, 60 to 75 minutes, 10 and over for the recommended age. This is basically Essen on the verge of the 20th century, a time when endless supplies of coal are abundant in the earth and ripe for the taking. You are an owner of a coal mine, fulfilling contracts for various types of coal, spend capital to buy coal carts, and expand tunnels as you dig a variety of coal. Complete orders to gain victory points. However, the orders are very specific about the type of coal they demand. Since each kind is different mine level, you must expand your tunnels, costing even more money. Finances are tight, and each company has a limited number of workers. Be careful, the later you assign a job, the more workers are needed to get that job done. Once everyone runs out of workers, the shift is over. After 3 shifts, whoever has the most victory points wins. All right, this is cool. This is a worker placement game designed by Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling, 2 very renowned workers, board game designers. So I am very excited to see how this game has played. They even came out with a card version recently. So, all right. Well, that is it for today's episode of Board Game Haul or Special Delivery. Thank you so much for joining us here at When Harry Met Board Games. If you like the channel and the content, please don't forget to subscribe. And I will catch you next time. This is Harry saying take care, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have fun gaming. Bye-bye.